Teemo. Okay, we're going to talk about this. What up, YouTube? It's Neace. Tryndamere versus Teemo. This is like the classic, like, I picked Teemo to counter Tryndamere. Truth be told, this isn't that hard of a match. I mean, it is hard. It is hard. It's just, there's a strategy to beat it. We're going to talk about the strategy. We really got to identify, though. Well, first thing we got to identify is what the fuck this dude's going to be building. I'm pretty confident that this is going to be AP a lot. You can, first tip I'll tell you is with Teemo, you can have one of two things happen. He can go AD or AP, and it can be very tough to identify, like, even off the initial, what the fuck the guy's going to build. So what I would recommend is, as the game's loading up, if you're facing this matchup, I would op.gg this shit and see what his masteries and runes are looking like. And you can make a pretty good judgment call of what he's likely to build based on the match. Like, obviously, if his runes are like Magic Pen, he's more likely to go for like an AP line. If he's doing like attack speed, he might be going like a more AD line. That's going to determine what you're going to be focused on in the game as it goes on. Okay. The next thing I'm going to tell you about Teemo is, as Tryndamere, your goal isn't necessarily, it doesn't have to be to kill him early. You're running Ignite, and he's running Teleport, though, so I really want to try to kill him, because that's how I am when I play Tryndamere. If he has Exhaust or Ignite, I'd be a little bit more hesitant to try to kill. If you're dealing with, or if you would rather play the lane passive and go like, maybe let's say we want to go Flash Teleport and outscale, which we do, outscale Teemo, once we get items. So, for example, if we farm up and we just turtle it out and we get to like Merc Treads, maybe like Phantom Dancer, like you could go Blade the Rune King, Phantom Dancer, shit like that. If you want to just wait for that, what I find a lot of advanced Tryndamere players do is they will sometimes just go for Doran Shield and start Q. There's no way you're killing him here. Yeah, there's no way you're killing him there. So why did I know you weren't killing him there? Let's back it up. You picked a weird way to play it. Next time, I mean, you were closer than you should have been. You were close to killing him, and I don't even think you should have been that close in the first place. But what's the issue here? I believe the issue is you try to go ham without full Fury built up. If you were allowed to build up Fury, by all means, play like a nut. If you wanted to build up full Fury, let's back it up for the advanced Tryndamere newbie. If you wanted to build Fury up, you need to auto minions, and you need to run a refillable pot like ASAP, and you need to build Fury ASAP. Okay? The other thing is, yeah, your spin, like even in an all-in, your spin was really goofy. Why not just like walk him in there at least first or something? It just seemed really messy and weird for you to do that. But for all intents and purposes, this is not an all-in you need to do. You don't need to level 1 all-in like this. This is just... And you also, it looks like you kind of canceled an auto there. But it was just a really like rushed, forced all in. Dude, you don't have to play the lane this fast. If you want to play the lane fast, at least build up some Fury first. And try, I would rather you just wait till level 3 and like land chickens or something. Because at least you're going to have a more reliable all in with full Fury built up, chickens landed. But, Yeah, dude, that was a really, really poopy start. And one that you can't afford. You can't afford to have a poopy start in this lane, or it just gets really hard. Yeah, and not potting. Good catch. So, see how we get chunked down like this? And now we're going to get dove. You tank the minions. Do you see this? Oh, I'm going to bring up the fucking epic pen so you can see this shit. Where's my pen? Dude, why is Windows 10 so trash, dude? Why is Windows 10 so trash? I just don't understand it. Hold on a second while I get epic pen up. I'm going to rage. I like type in epic pen on my computer and it's like, oh, you mean that we don't have to search on your we're going to search the internet for it? Like, what the fuck is this garbage? So, you step forward and tank all the minions because you step in front of the tower. Let the tower grab minions first. Because look what you do. You're essentially face tanking 2 champions right there. 2 level 3 champions is what you just face tanked, and that's why your HP just went down. Wah, 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 wah. Thanks, King, for 30, bro. Let me put you on the list. Yeah, this is like... This is game over. Versus any competent player, you've pretty much just lost the game here, I think. And that's okay, because we're gonna learn from this experience. So, first things first, build up the Fury. Take it slow. I mean, if you've got to take fucking Doran Shield or Cloth Armor, I don't give a damn. There's no point in rushing this because you need to realize you can rush. Like, don't get me wrong, you can go for level 3 cheese. But with Teemo, like, you just need to scale and farm. You will outperform Teemo as the game goes on. Trust me. I have never. The only time that I've ever lost to Teemo is if I've died early. If the lane was break even and I'm farming well, like, I win. That's how I feel with this matchup. You know, there might be Teemo mains with a different opinion, but I have never. And I faced all the fucking Teemos, dude, as Tryndamere. Because they rarely make high elo. I think the only, like, high elo Teemo that I know of was Pavlov. And even he's lost to me on Tryndamere. What is this shit? If you want to go for this guy, look. So, if I back up real quick, check this out, dude. Trin is all like Yusef, you outscale almost everyone, so simply farming going even lane is the same. It's like Yasuo, got it, yeah. Alright. So here, notice how you choose to spin in. Yusuf, dude. So notice how you spin in right here. You E forward, right? What you need to do is you need to walk at him because he's going to immediately turn his back to you. And as Tryndamere, you'll see, and I want you to watch, like, I'm not playing a lot of solo queue lately, right? So I'm going to start deferring to people that I like. So there's Boxer P for Tryndamere, and there is Fogged FTW. Both are very good Tryndamere players, right? You can watch them pretty much at any time because all they do is fucking Dorito dust on their fucking pecs and just play fucking Tryndamere all day like a bunch of sweaty nerds, right? So what you do is you walk forward. Teemo has to walk back. He's gonna react to your adjustment, right? He has to. That is when you're going to look to W, and then you can make a trade. And the trade is going to go a lot better in that way. Trust me. Okay? You watch those guys. They pretty much always do that. They pretty much always try to land W. It's about being calm and not just spazzing out. It's taken me forever playing Tryndamere to get in that habit. Good thing you got coaching, because then you can skip that fucking fail that I've been making for years by just considering it in the future. It's very important with any ranged matchup. Landing W as Tryndamere, you gotta land it, and you gotta go bucka bucka, and you gotta make him slow. The slow is super important. It gotta hit him with the slow before you move forward, okay? So yeah, walk forward, try to get him to turn, and then calmly land the W. It's a lot better. Most cases, people aren't going to sit and face tank you. Notice, as soon as you spin on him, he spazzes out, right? Instead of spinning first and then trying to E, or then trying to W, wait a second, get him to turn his back, hit the W, walk forward, auto him, then when he tries to space out, then E. That's the chain of events that you want as Tryndamere. If you can do that every time you face range champs, you're going to get great trades. And you're going to find great all-in spots, trust. See how you're spinning first? Not what you want to do. Where's your W, by the way? Did you not have a point in W? What in the world? It was so painful to watch. Instead of that, instead of what you did, what you should have done, notice how close you are to level 4. If you had just autoed this minion a couple times, like in advance, and then spun through, you would have killed him. Easy money. That's all you needed. You just needed to wait for that level 4. And you needed chickens. You would have got chickens. You would have been able to land chickens. He's dead. You haven't even chickened this guy yet. Just got no point in it. This is good by you. This is one way to come back is by freezing. So it's very good that you did this. You want to thin it though. This is too big of a wave. So guys, if you're learning how to freeze properly, this is a great position to be in. But you really want to thin out. So you normally want to have like 3 or 4 minions over your wave. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, and then you would really just want these 3 minions up. So you would want to get rid of about 4 minions to do a proper freeze. All right? Always like the 3 minion rule. That's give or take, right? Work in that space. Do it from there. If you can do that, you can set up a nice reliable freeze. Should have thought, thin the wave out in advance, and then it won't hit the tower. We get poked under tower. Notice this time we didn't tank all the minions. That's why we didn't take such a shitty amount of damage. Oh, Jesus. Excuse me. But yeah, we're still getting poked down. Dude, this is ugly. Alright. I'm going to talk about managing harass here, okay? This is what needs to happen. I see what you tried to do there, right? You don't have spin. Give away some of the CS until your spin is up. It's okay. Actually, you did tank some of the minions. Like, look at all this damage that you're tanking because you're not waiting till your spin is up. Just give it away. And this is why I say it's probably more important to start like Cloth Armor or Doran Shield and just farm up, because this is what happens if you fall behind. And then here, look. We get poked down way too much. Dive is pretty easy for him to execute. He's a struggling monkey, but it's pretty easy dive for him. I do coaching sessions for everything. I don't think SR is a douche. I think he's cool. Dude, anybody that plays high elo enough is going to be a flaming douche. We talked about that yesterday. I'm the type of person to write off a lot of that, because I think anyone that plays enough League of Legends is going to be an asshole. Well, this game goes on for a while, so let's skip this dreadful lane. We already know. Our lane phase is fucked. You're never going to be able to fight him now with that build. Like, he's going for like a cheesy, it looks like an AD type build. Like frozen mallet and shit. Yeah, you're fucked, dude. This game will make you an asshole. It's just like me when I was in Korea. Eventually, you know, you play enough, you're going to be a prick. Like, just how it is. If you play too much, you're bound to be a dick. You're bound to be a dick face. Yeah, he's going frozen mallet. If I just E him instead of Q, I would have killed Lee. Yeah, probably. Either way, we're reliving this just so you can see. You guys gotta understand, it's not worth the risk. Like, if you have full fury built up, an all-in attempt is fine, right? It's fine early. If you don't have full fury built up on Tryndamere and you fail, this is what the game can be. Everyone behold this shitty experience. Behold it. This is also why I say, I think in a lot of cases, I mean, I would probably try to, I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. I would probably try to cheese the guy early. But I also wouldn't try to cheese him without, like, with half fury or whatever the fuck you did wrong, right? It just wouldn't, you won't see me do it on Tryndamere. It's okay that it happens because now you learn from it. But another strategy truly is, it is truly, and the higher up you go, the better the Teemo players are. There comes a point where you can't cheese them. So the point is you just get your items and then you eventually all in them because you have superior items, they can't touch you. Let's talk about this hold. Chicken first here. It would have been a lot easier for you. You probably would have been able to all in him. Me personally, in this matchup, I don't like Static Shiv as much. I would rather just go for like, I would probably just do like the Tryndamere split push build where you just go fucking Phantom Dancer, Phantom Dancer, and then Tabbies, and then, you know, you're gonna go for your Death Stance. Laugh it up. Call me a retard. That shit's broken for lanes like this, where you want to just beat somebody, where you want to just. Some guy's trying to outsplit push you. That shit is strong as fuck. This would be a good example of that. That way you'll never lose a 1v1. Like, ever. Laugh it up. It's really good in lanes like these, where you can't just push the guy around. Jesus Christ, this is a nightmare. Wow. The pushing, it's not doing Teemo any favors. He's letting you back into the game ever so slowly. What is that build? Fucking Gnasher's Tooth. Split push? No. I'm saying if you're dueling, not if you're trying to, like, proxy. if you're dueling, you want to do some shit where you cancel out a lot of the auto attack damage by doing like tabbies, and then Phantom Dancer, and then Death's Dance. You're pretty, like, if you think about what Tryndamere does, it's a pretty ridiculous build to fight against Tryndamere. It can be very hard to ever fight back, because you get a lot more wiggle room before you have to ult. And then when you come out of ult and you Q, you're probably not going to die anyways. It's pretty neat. I've seen a lot of people mess with it. I saw Box Pete mess with it. I was messing with it with Riven the other day. So we get bailed out because Teemo keeps pushing and getting caught, which is, again, for the purposes of the video and for purposes of the stream and coaching and all that. When you get fed as a top laner and you start pushing down top and you're super ahead of your lane, you cannot afford to get caught, ever. You cannot afford to get caught. The purpose of playing a split pusher is to push and not get caught. So if you accept a 2v1 fight and you die and you don't trade, make an awesome trade for like an objective or something somewhere else on the map, and you get caught, that's not good. It sucks, you know, sometimes your team doesn't push things, but it's still, for whatever the reason, if you get caught, it sucks. It's not good. Zero Sleep, thanks for 4 months. I don't know what you were doing. Thanks, Lambo. Appreciate it. Rest in peace, Neace, dude. Rip Neace. This boosted animals coaching now. Some shitter. So, this, by the way, is a perfect example of what I'm talking about with Teemo versus Tryndamere. Notice, you know, you're really far behind, right? But because you've acquired some items, you've acquired Merc Treads. And by the way, I know I said Ninja Tabbies, but probably for Teemo's, Merc Treads is better, actually. Because of the blind and shit. But I'm going to say, right now, this is my point about playing this lane a little slower as opposed to like just going all in. You can cheese the guy, but you can also just farm up and outscale him and shit on him as long as you hit your items. So as long as you rush like Vamp Scepter, you turtle up a little bit, maybe go Door and Shield or something, turtle up, chill out, get your items. And once you have items, you can just ruin Teemo. You can't do shit. As long as you can sustain through the poke, which Tryndamere does an okay job at. Why does Echo have spell sleeves? Asking the real questions. Beef curtains, dude. I do not know. I have no idea, friend. I don't know what that build is. So, we basically get bought back in because our team doesn't suck this time. Thank God, right? It's mostly our mid laner. It's keeping us afloat. You go to steal blue. Teemo denies you. Shit happens, whatever. You go and push mid, which I like to see. You smartly elect to not fight Soul. And then we back. Everything here was okay. Let me look back for a second. Sorry, I'm still waking up. Ugh, Jesus. You can spin if you want to increase your DPS. The other thing, I don't know if you did it here. Notice how you're not really moving. This is an important tip for the Tryndamere players out there. Notice how he was standing still on that buff. He was stationary. He was a snake in the grass, dude, just chilling, right? He was chilling. Every auto you need to move. Auto, move, auto, move, auto, move. This changes how much DPS you do. Another little trick with Tryndamere is once you get, I know this game you might go Black Cleaver. I don't even know. You might just go the standard build from here. I don't know what your plan is. But this is extra important when you do Black Cleaver and Static Shiv, and then you have your Vamp Scepter. You can actually solo Rift Herald, and the way you do it is every auto you move. You move every auto, and you can still do it without moving every auto, but if you move after every auto, you build up Static Shiv. Yeah. Exactly. What Jace MC said in chat. And as long as you keep mobile, you're going to do more damage to mobs. So here, I think, potentially, it took you a while to start doing it. If you had moved a little bit more, you might have been able to get another static shift proc in there, potentially. Just something to think about. Anytime you're rushing down camps, do that. Play Giorami. Giorami. Thanks for the 4 months. All I can think when I read your name is Gorlami. Gorlami. What is your name? Gorlami. Arrivederci. So yeah, definitely do that every time. Because you don't want to miss an opportunity like that because you didn't micro that in. And that's true too. You can use your movement to potentially move the camp. It can be a little harder though because Tryndamere's attack speed's kind of fast. I don't know if you can really move the camp reliably. Good trade. Definitely reapply pressure now that you get the plant. Good catch. Nice. You get his dumb ass to hold flash and he gets caught. That's a good catch. That's a good comeback play. Let's talk about this. I think this might have been doable. But you didn't land chickens on him, did you? Why do you chicken him? If you don't land the chickens, you can't commit to this. And this is a theme of the replay. No chickens? You best... What, is something rhymes with chickens? No chickens. Or you're not sticking, dude. No chickens or you ain't sticking. There we go. That's how we're doing that, dude. No chickens or you're not sticking. No chickens, slim pickins. No chickens, you get the dickens. There you go. No chickens and you get the dickin. Or no chickens, no dickin. There, that's it. That's the key. No chickens, no dickin. That's the key. That's what we're doing. No chickens, no dickens. You ain't giving no dickens without no chickens, boys. That's the takeaway from this fucking lesson. You ain't doing no dickin without a chicken, dude. Spot on. That's why I coach. You ain't doing no dickin' without a chicken. It's a good day. Good build. Good maw. The maw static shift. Like I said, I still truly believe that. Oh my god, what have you done? You zigged when you should have zagged. Yeah, getting stuck in the blue buff is not what you want. You had plenty of time. You had plenty of time. If you're gonna spin something, at least spin a wall. Panic E. And now they're gonna Baron. You noober, dude. And then you don't have your ult. Oh no. Ow. 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 This is rough. Rough day. All right. Let's reevaluate this. This is pretty much dead in the water. I mean, it was dead in the water in lane phase. You had some moments to come back, but I think you got to remember, guys, and future reference with Tryndamere players out there, the theme of split pushing is you got to stay alive. Notice that both top laners, Teemo and Tryndamere, gave away momentum in this game. So this game was essentially just like a coin flip because both top laners played pressure wrong at one point or another. Teemo played pressure wrong because he kept trying to split push. He got caught. Tryndamere then got lane control, tried to apply pressure, and then got caught himself. Like both of you guys, I'm pretty sure got caught split pushing twice. You cannot get caught if you're splitting. The onus is on you to keep pressure. Yes, your teammates can die and get shit on while you're splitting, yes. But the odds of it happening are a lot smaller. Okay? So in the future, I would strongly recommend, Jade, don't rush the lane. I mean, you can rush it. You can. Just know that there's a different option. And if you're going to rush, it needs to be built up Fury. Okay? Game isn't over to the last minute. I mean, this replay is pretty much over. This replay is pretty much dead to me because of the silliness of the lane and the split push pressure, which is the most important part. The rest of the shit's a coin flip, dude. Let's be honest. Well, basically what you're saying, Jade, I get it. I get that your team can get caught. I get that beyond where I think the replay is pretty much over, that things happen. My point is that don't hurry, get Fury. My point is that at the point that you get caught here at the blue buff, that game, because Teemo gave you, like, Teemo bought you back in because he should run over the entire game with how big he was, right? It's a lower elo game, so now we get bought back in. We're splitting. You get caught at blue, and they get Baron. That is when the game is cut, in my opinion. Yes, you could win. Yes, the game could continue. Yes, a lot of things. Obviously, it doesn't continue that much longer, just like 5-6 minutes longer. The point is, after you get caught there and the Baron's taken, the game is a shit show. The game is OVA, pretty much. So, in the future, Fury's got to be built up before you all in. Remember, after you fall behind, dude, just give up some CS and turtle it out and build your farm back up. You didn't do a great job of that either, okay? Then the next thing, after you got control, you have to try very, very hard to not die and to keep the pressure on the top side of the map. That's all you can really do to win as Tryndamere. All right? You would be hard pressed to ever win a game as Tryndamere from behind if you push and get caught without really drawing like big pressure. Getting caught near Baron. Oh, the other thing is, by the way, when Baron's up, you generally want to just go to bottom. Because at the very least, if you're pulling people to you, if you get caught, your team can do Baron, and you won't immediately lose Baron. That's another thing. But this was a good raid play, dude. Remember, you ain't doing no dickin' without a chicken, dude. It's not happening. No dickin' without a chicken. Remember. And don't hurry with no Fury. All right? It's very advanced Tryndamere strategies. But this was good. Good rundown of the Tryndamere strategy. One more thing that I'm going to say is don't forget what I talked about. Is if you're taking a lot of harass early and you want to just kind of chill and keep sustain, you can start Q as well. You do it in Pantheon lanes. So any lane where you take a lot of poke early and you want to kind of mitigate that, just start Q as opposed to starting E. And then that way you can literally go like cloth armor start or like Dorn shield start, and then you can go and farm without getting just chunked out of lane. And you can keep battling for sustain. All right? Good shit. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, all that bullshit. It's Neace. I love you. I'm out. Peace. Crackers. Thanks so much.